Hello my fellow nerds, welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes rankings video. This was supposed to have been uploaded around the June Solstice, but there was an upload error and I was rather busy with other things at the time, and then I won't go into details, but the whole coronavirus situation and some big personal issues prevented me from reattempting an upload until now. Of course, my roster looks very different now than it did at the time I was originally intending to post this, but here it is anyway for the time being, and soon I will have another video for you in which I'll talk about all the changes that have happened in the game in the last few months, and I will also implement the new bonus point system which I explain later in this video. So, on with the updates and rankings for June 2020, only 5 months late. Since my last video, I have upgraded Droideka to Gear 13. Now, I was really hoping that Padme Amidala would be my next Gear 13 character, but I've realized that to get her to 7 stars, which I need before I can even get her to Gear 12, I'm going to need a pretty powerful Separatist squad. So, Droideka is at Gear 13 and Relic level 2. Asajj Ventress is at Gear level 12, so if I need to upgrade her to Relic level as well, then she won't be too far off that. Last video I was talking about using Brood Alpha, Sunfac, Geonosian Soldier, Droideka and Battle Droid to unlock Padme, and then I was practicing with that squad at tier 5 in Aggressive Negotiations in the Journey Guide, and I realized that because of Padme's leader ability, every time one of my characters was attacking out of turn, it would trigger some bonus protection on the Republic squad. So because of how the bugs work and how B1 works, that was not a very viable team to take in to the Geonosis arena in the end. So instead, I'm going to be going with this team. I've got Newt in the lead, Asajj Ventress, Droideka, Sunfac, and Jango. I've also been really working very hard on upgrading my bounty hunters lately, because after I've got Padme up to 7 stars, the next character I'm going to be going for is Chewbacca. In fact, I've written myself up a farming plan, which I have found really helpful because it keeps me focused on the characters that I want to unlock and the characters that I want to upgrade, and helps me to not get distracted by any of the cash grab events that Capital Games put out on a very regular basis to try and entice us to waste money. So after I've unlocked Chewbacca, my next goal after that will be Darth Revan, and after that I'll be going for Rey Jedi training. And so I've also unlocked Veteran Smuggler Chewbacca since my last video, as well as the 3 characters from The Mandalorian, whose marquee events came along in the last couple of months. So let's assign some bonus points for the last time in the current system, and in our top 5 spots to kick things off: Jedi Knight Anakin, Asajj Ventress, Grandmaster Yoda, General Kenobi, and Qui-Gon Jinn, all receiving 4 points. They're followed by the rest of the Night Sisters on 3 points each, more Jedi and Galactic Republic characters on 2 points each, and then Sith and Separatist characters on 1 point each. This time around I'll be announcing the stat top 10s in alphabetical order, and I intend to keep it this way for future Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes rankings videos. And naturally, seeing as I promoted it to Gear 13, there will be a lot of increase in the positions of Droideka compared to in my last video. So here in health and physical damage, it's gone up to 3rd and 2nd place respectively, which has knocked quite a few characters down by at least 1 spot, especially in the physical damage top 10. As I'm preparing my Separatist characters for Aggressive Negotiations Tier 7, Jango Fett is making his first appearance on the leaderboards. He's in 6th place on the physical damage rankings, and Asajj Ventress is in 10th place. I believe previously she's only featured in the Power Top 10, so I think we're going to see a significant increase in her placings overall as well. The other thing I want to point out in these first 2 stat top 10s is the presence of Clone Wars Chewbacca, who was one of my first characters that I ever unlocked in this game. I finally promoted him to 7 stars since my last video, so he gets a point for being in 10th place on the health stat top 10. On to potency now, and Old Darka's upgrade to gear level 12 sees her in 1st place. She was previously in 4th. Jango Fett also making his first appearance in this stat, and Mother Talzin, among half of the other characters here, has increased her place. I had a look at Talzin's mods since my last video, and I've adjusted those slightly. So she's shifted positions in quite a few places, and she's a little bit more well-rounded now. Of course, she remains in first place in power, while Anakin, now at relic level 4, has overtaken Darth Nihilus, who in turn has overtaken Jedi Knight Revan, probably because I think I upgraded Nihilus's mods as well since my last video. Droideka and Asajj have both crept up into 5th and 6th place, knocking Padme, Old Daka, Nute Gunray and Jolee Bindo all down by at least 1 place into the bottom 4 of this top 10. And that brings us to the halftime leaderboard. So far, Anakin is retaining first place on 38 points. Then we have Talzin and Droideka in 2nd and 3rd on 35 and 24 points respectively. I have a feeling that Droideka may be replacing Nihilus as the 3rd member of our regular top 3 from this point onwards. But then again, by the time I make my next video, I'm hoping to have Padme at gear level 13. So maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. Please note that as well as the red and blue glows around my Gear 13 characters, I've now also put a gold outline around my Gear 12 characters, just to give you all an idea of where all these characters are at just from a casual glance. By faction, so far the Night Sisters are in the lead on 86 total points, followed by the Galactic Republic, Jedi and Separatist, all on 71 points each, and the droids round out the top 5 on 40 total points. But of course this is all going to change with the addition of the points from the last 4 stats. So on to protection, and Droideka has rolled up to first place, knocking Talzin, Nihilus and Anakin down 1 spot each. Padme remains in 5th spot though, and Old Daka has crept up into 4th. Sunfac and General Kenobi both new to this stat top 10. Visas Mars still on the decline, but I hope to fix that soon. She is another reason why I've been focusing on upgrading my bounty hunters in the past few months. When the Galactic Bounties events come around, her shards are farmable from those. I have relic intentions for Visas as well. I really like her kit and how surprisingly dominant she can be with all her counterattacks. Onto special damage, and Talzin, Revan and Akbar all retain their positions from my previous video, while Nihilus, Talia, Grandmaster Yoda and R2-D2 have all been knocked down at least 1 spot, and Anakin, Daka and Hermit Yoda all increasing. Again, I don't know why Hermit Yoda is showing up in my top 10 by special damage. He doesn't do any damage at all. It's very confusing. I don't know how this works. But anyway, there he is, 2 points to him. So as I mentioned, I adjusted Talzin's mods a little bit since my last video, and that has put her up into 4th place on the speed top 10 behind Anakin, Finn and Sidious, who all retain the same positions. Nute Gunray has also crept upwards to 6th position, and everyone else has decreased their rank since the last time. And finally, in tenacity, Droideka has never showed up here before, and now it's in 1st place. Sunfac in 8th place retains his previous position. Everyone else has been knocked down at least 1 spot. And that brings us to the final leaderboard. Hermit Yoda appears in the top 30 for the first time since November last year. Akbar is in 29th place. He has scored points previously in this series of videos, but he's never actually appeared in the top 30. Visas Ma in 28th place, down 2 positions from last time, and those 3 characters are all on 3 points each. Qui-Gon retains 27th place, and Geonosian Soldier is down 5 places in 26th, our largest drop in this rankings video. Those 2 are both on 4 points each, followed by Magma Trooper Zalbar and Jolee Bindo, all on 5 points each. Darth Sion has jumped 6 places up to 22nd on 6 points, and Jango Fett making his debut on the leaderboards in 21st place on 7 points. Nute Gunray and IG-100 in 19th and 20th places respectively, both on 8 points, and then a massive block of characters on 9 points. Resistance Hero Finn, Darth Sidious, Poe Dameron, Grandmaster Yoda, Talia and Geonosian Brood Alpha. With the exception of Finn, all of these characters have experienced drops since the last rankings video. Asajj Ventress is in 12th place on 10 points, up 13 positions from last time, our biggest jump of this ranking session. She is just behind General Kenobi in 11th place on 13 points. B1 and Sun Fac in 10th and 9th positions on 15 and 16 points each. Jedi Revan retains 8th place from the last video, also on 16 points. And then in our top 7, Night Sister Spirit and Padme are both down 2 positions, while Darka is up 2 positions. And then Nihilus has been knocked out of the top 3 for the first time possibly ever, and he has been replaced by Droideka on 44 points, up 3 positions from the previous video, while Talzin has reclaimed her top spot on 65 points, just beating Anakin on 64 in 2nd place. The Night Sisters maintain their lead total score on 144 total points. This is the first time that only 5 of my 6 Night Sister characters have appeared in the top 30. Night Sister Initiate actually ended up in 31st place. So perhaps the Night Sisters' dominance might be coming to an end, especially with the new bonus point system that I'm about to outline. And appropriate to the lore, it might be the Separatists who knock them out, because they now have the 2nd highest faction total score on 121 points, followed by the Galactic Republic on 117, the Jedi on 114, and in 5th place on 68 total points are the droids, so no more bonus points for the Sith in the next rankings video. So there are 3 parts to the new bonus point system that I've come up with: faction bonus, role bonus, and faction penalty. Faction bonus works the same as it always has. Characters will receive points if they belong to one or more of the top 5 highest scoring factions by total points. So that is what the gold numbers indicate here. The Night Sisters will receive 3 points, the Separatists and the Galactic Republic will receive 2 points each, and the Jedi and the droids will receive 1 point each. Even just that on its own is going to make for a very different starting position. Asajj Ventress would be in the lead on 5 points, and then the Night Sisters and the Galactic Republic Jedi would be tied on 3 points each. But there are still more bonus points to be given out and taken away. The second part of this new system, role bonus, will give bonus points to each character in the top 30 according to their role. Now these role totals are from every character that has received points in this round, but it will only be the characters in the top 30 that actually receive them as usual. So totaling up the points that all the attackers received, we get a total of 202. The supports received a total of 180, the tanks 58, and the healers 52. So they are ranked in that order, and therefore all the attackers from the top 30 will receive 3 bonus points to start off the next video. All the supports will receive 2 points, and the tanks and healers will receive 1 point each. I realize this part of the new system may be slightly unfair because there are so many more attackers and supporters in the entire game than there are tanks and healers. So it's almost always going to be a bit of a battle for the top 2 spots between attacker and support. But we'll see how this goes in future. And the third part to this new system is faction penalty. So if a character belongs to a faction that has increased their rank by total points since the last video, they will receive 1 bonus point. If they belong to a faction that has decreased its rank by total points since the last video, they will be penalized 1 point. If they belong to a faction that has retained the same rank since the last video, no points will either be awarded or penalized. Also, if a faction does not qualify for having a total score, i.e. because there's only 1 character from that faction that received points, the faction penalty part of the new system will not apply. Also, it does not matter how far a faction has increased or decreased its rank, they will still only be awarded or penalized 1 bonus point. So to use the example from this session, the Night Sisters will not be awarded or penalized any points as they maintained their rank from the previous video. The Separatists, even though they've increased their ranking by 2 places, will only receive 1 bonus point, while Galactic Republic characters will be penalized 1 point due to their decrease in rank. For those characters that are both Galactic Republic and Jedi, they will be penalized by 2 points as the Jedi also fell down 1 place. So in the next rankings video, it's going to be Droideka and B1 who take the first 2 positions on 8 points each. And the great thing about this new system is because everyone has a role, either attacker, supporter, tank, or healer, almost all of the characters in the top 30 will start with at least 1 bonus point. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this new system will affect the top 30 next time. Meanwhile, if you did enjoy this video, leave it a like and drop me a comment that'll tell me, if you play Galaxy of Heroes, what are the next 3 major goals that you have in the game. Thank you very, very much for watching. May the Force be with you, and I look forward to nerding out with you in my next video.